Happy Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome to One Take Live. I'm Monica May, and we caught him right before he's going into a studio. Briio sings his Tim Timmons on with us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
You know, everyone knows him as this phenomenal singer, and he is that. He's a wonderful musician. I just know him as Tim. This is my brother Tim. You know,
Uh,
Christian Center. You come from a musical family. What's up? Everybody sings, plays instruments.
yes, this is true.
You
Yeah.
got it from your daddy?
Everyone, everyone except for my mom and my sister. But
You know what they make up for it as? They're beautiful.
this is true. If you're telling if you're gonna talk, then you might as well tell the truth.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
but yeah, my father he passed that musical gene down to us. So he
Yes.
started us young, and that's how it all came about. We all started singing at a young age, so we just took it and ran with it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because today would have been my dad's 93rd birthday, and he was a musician, one of the baddest left handed bass players in the world. His name is Earl May. And I said, what better way to honor my dad than to be
Wow,
interviewing an entertainer today on his day, you know? But
wow,
when I was writing up my taglines for our interview tonight, I was saying, you know, just hear how Tim went from singing in church to doing. You've been around the world, and I don't want to tell the story. I want you to tell the story because it's going to inspire some other people who are artists. So you
hmm,
started, oh, not just starting at ECC, but that's where I met.
correct, right, right. You met me at ECC. That was after I had left my father's church. He actually retired from being a pastor, and I ended up going over to ECC. But yeah, I started out singing at my father's church. He I was singing in the band with my brothers. It was five of us. Uh, we were named the Timmons brothers, and we would
Okay,
go from church to church and sing at different gospel events and concerts. And from there, me and my brothers, two of my brothers, they kind of like fell off. They was like, we don't want to do the singing thing anymore. So three of us, three of us stuck with it. My brother Mark Solomon and myself, and we stuck with it. And we went, we went pretty, it went pretty well, with just the three of us. And then after my father retired, I decided that I wanted to do music that I wanted to make.
okay,
Growing up in a house where your father was a pastor, there was only one type of music that could be played in the house.
gospel. You know, the
you
lead.
know,
Yes.
right. And so when I got to a point where I can make my own decisions, I said, I want to go outside of my comfort zone. I want to challenge myself to do something different. And that's when I made a transition to doing things outside of the church. I started doing Disney. Um, like
How did that
soon,
happen, Tim? How did that happen?
so the Disney thing happened during the same time I was at ECC, and I met a woman named Lolita Thompson, and her husband and my brother were good friends in high school, and she had been working with people out at Disney that had some contracts for for singers and performers. And
Mhm.
so there was a seasonal show that they were doing at Disney called Joyful, and she was one of the main points for that show. So when she met me, she was like, Tim, like, you're crazy talented, you have so much potential. She was like, I want you to try out for the show.
Wow.
And me being, the church boy, choir boy, I was like, man, I don't know about that. But she literally pushed me to go and audition for that show. And that's how Disney came about.
That and so with that, you were able to travel because you actually went out on the ships, right? You're on the
Right.
cruise, I should say.
Right. So Disney was the introduction, was another like stepping stone for me to go into the ship. So when I started doing Disney, I met another guy by the name of Kurt, uh, and he he plugged me into the BB King uh, All Star Band,
Yeah.
uh, and I had never done. I was can't. Is that no? Y'all hearing the background noise? Is it like really
That's all right. We're live, so it could be anything. You hear my
bad? Okay,
dog
good.
sometimes.
It's adding to the ambiance.
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I met Kirk, and he actually introduced me to the BB King All Star Band that was on the ships, the Holland America cruise line ships,
Wow.
and he was like, "Hey, bro, they're doing the All Orlando Band." He was like, "I know you don't do this music, but he was like, if you're willing to challenge yourself, he was like, I feel like it'd be something good for you." And so once again, I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I they sent me a song. They sent me a list of songs, a 300 song master list, and they said we need you to learn 50 songs in 2 weeks. So I literally I literally put my headphones on and didn't take them off at all through those entire 2 weeks. I slept with my headphones on when I was in the shower. I had it playing through my Bluetooth speaker, and I learned those 50 songs. And when I did the audition, I got the job right on the spot. And 2 weeks later, I was in Memphis rehearsing for the ships. And then a week after that, we were on the ships, and I was on my way to New Zealand.
You know what? I want to take a quick break right here and then come back and talk about Anthony Hamilton as well. Because I remember there's a trip to Africa that you wanted to take, and I just want to kind of parallel that. So give me 1 second. This portion of our program is being brought to you by Center for Change. And we're back. You know what, Tim? Last week, I reached out to 125 men in my phone. What am I? I'm a married woman, but I got 125 brothers that I can reach out to, okay? Who
Right.
are 40 and who I knew if I didn't push them or at least ask them to have that prostate, have that colon cancer discussion, they might not have had it. So you're going to meet me online. We're doing a webinar for Center for Change next week. So if I haven't reached out to you, it is on my Facebook page. Check it out, register for it, and then meet me online. We're speaking with Tim Timmons this evening. He is our special guest for One Take Live. He's also my special guest this Saturday at CB Bistro, where we're celebrating my 60 something. And we're just going to have a lot of fun. And
Yes, we are.
I told him the kind of music I wanted, and he said, "Oh, I actually, I got it." One thing
Yes.
about him is that, yes, he was a church boy. Yes, he did sing songs for the Lord. He still sings songs for the Lord.
I
But he
still
also,
love God.
yes, we all love God. He also had another song in his heart, and some people saw that. And that's the wonderful thing when people can take your, whatever it is you're doing, your talent, and just help you blossom and grow it. So he just talked about going on the Disney cruises and then being a part of the BB King All Star Band. And wanted to take this trip to Africa. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So to back up, when I first got the job to be a performer on the cruise ship, um, my brother-in-law Cameron Sosty, he gave me a book entitled The Alchemist,
Uh-huh.
and the author of the book is uh, Paulo Coelho, and the book is if you haven't read the book, it's an amazing book.
I've
Um,
yes, I have not,
okay,
but I do
okay,
know of. Uh-huh.
yeah, but so during that first time, that was my first time ever being outside of the country, being away from my family. So it was a very new thing for me. It was very scary and frightening experience for me as well. But in that book, it pretty much lined up exactly where I was in my life. Uh, in the book, the character, he goes and he takes this journey away from his family, away from the the what is it, he takes a journey just away from all opinions, outside opinions, whether it be his family or his friends, and he
Mhm.
pretty much just goes out and finds his passion. And that was kind of like how it happened for me. Like while I was out there, I was away from all distractions, away from all my family. The only distractions that I had was the ones that I invited, you know. And through that time, like I really got into manifesting and the power of your speech and how you feel and how you act. And once once I seen it come through, once I actually experienced the manifestation through how I got this contract on the ship. Once I ended my contract, I was like, I want to go to Africa, and I started manifesting that. I would literally say, like, I'm going to Africa. I don't know how I'm going. I don't know when I'm going. I don't know if it's going to be through a ship or what, but I know that I'm going to Africa. And when I got back off doing my last contract, I was saying that I don't want to do ships for a while anymore. I want to be home. I want to be planted, and I want to build some roots back in Orlando. And when it was maybe a month, I had been home, and I got a call from a fellow musician in the Orlando area named David Outing, and he was saying that he had just been put on to an Anthony Hamilton gig to play keys, and the last guys, the Hamiltons, I'm sure you ever have heard of the Hamiltons. They were doing their own thing, and they were kind of like separating from Anthony. And he was like, "We're looking for new background singers," and he was like, "If you're down," he was like, we can do a whole, whole thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm with it. And
Yes.
the when he sent me the show, and he was like, just learn the show, and then we'll go out to North Carolina and we'll rehearse. And when he sent me the show, he also sent me the first dates that we were gonna be. And the first dates that we were going to be performing were in South Africa.
That's what we're talking about, manifestation. That's
Yes.
talking about manifestation. So, in the last 3 minutes that we have, because I told you my show, I can get you in and out, better than man or anybody else. I can find out everything I need to know. Are you still single? I know everybody wants to know that.
I am. I'm single. I'm single as a Pringle.
Single as a Pringle. All right. Well, I want to let you know that you helped me sell out Saturday night. So people
Let's
are coming.
go.
Yes, they are coming ready to hear you. And I'm just so excited that you said yes. And
No.
I really am. One thing that Tim said to me, we stayed on the phone for a good 30 minutes. He said, every time I leave you, I just feel good. And,
It's true.
your smile just brightens up my day, so
Oh,
I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. So what's next for you professionally, do you think?
so professionally, I want to start releasing my original music.
Okay.
Um, I've been writing for a few years now, but I've never built up the courage to actually release my personal works of art. You know,
Okay.
so next, I want to start releasing more of my original things that I'm doing. Then I want to create just my own band, and the end result for me is to open up my own performing arts school.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Manifested. Are you still doing the manifestation?
I still am. Yes, ma'am.
That's good. Manifest that thing and just make it work. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Timmons. We can be found at Briio. What does Briio mean for you? Briio sings.
Yeah, so my name is Timothy Timmons, but my stage name is Briio. And Briio is a musical term which means to perform with vitality or to perform with spirit or gusto, like whatever, whichever one you want to use. It means when I perform, you're going to feel something.
Well, I know every time you took to the stage at church, you left there feeling really, really, really good. I love you, Tim. I'm so proud. So, so, so
Love you
very
too.
proud. Can you give me 10 seconds of anything?
10 seconds of anything. Well, since we was talking about Anthony, I'll do some one of his songs.
Yes.
Baby, I'll be sitting here waiting on you to come home again. I won't leave. Promise I'll be here till the very end. By your side to protect you and to love you and to be with you for life. Come on home to me, Charlie.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. For those of you that
Yeah,
did make reservations, Tim Timmons will be in the house at CB Bistro this Saturday. Thank you so much. Thank you for popping through for a little 15 minutes. We love you, love you,
no
love
problem. Love you
you.
too.
Take care of yourself. God's best.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.